So Nancy brought up the idea of twins and fingerprints in the chat already, and we'll get to that in a minute, but I wanted to tell a story. I had a guy work for me, 20 years ago now? God, I'm getting old. No, 25 years ago. Good Lord. Anyways, he was an identical twin, and he used to try to fool us and send in his twin to pick up his paycheck. And I let this go on for a few times, but even though they were identical, I could always tell just in how he carried himself. It was just slightly different. And I finally went to him and I said, stop sending your twin in to get your money. Come get your money yourself. And he goes, no, it's been me the whole time. So I know it hasn't. He's like, well, how do you know? It's like, you two don't even act the same. Well, we look the same. Yeah, but you don't act the same. There's always differences. He thought he was going to pull a fast one on me.
I worked with a set of identical twins at the last running store I worked at. And yeah, same thing. Like, if you didn't know that there were two of them, you just wondered how they were getting around the store so fast. But when you actually saw them, it's like, oh yeah, you can totally tell one from the other. It's like not even, they're not that identical. But when I first met them, I met the one first, like when I came in to interview. And then I came in for my first day and I saw what I thought was the same guy. And like, hey, I got the job. And he's like, that's nice. And just walked away. I'm like, oh, wow. And then the brother came up in the back room like, there's two of you. And that was my initiation to that story.
For me, it was really the difference in their eyes. There was just a different look in their eyes.
It's the eyes, yeah.
Yeah.
Usually the eyes are spaced a little bit differently per person because I know some twins as well, and their eyes are like shaped a little differently. But other than that, they look exactly the same.
Wahoo! I have questions. Identical quadruplets or just one of four?
That's a good question.
Like double the twins. That's
a little scary.
It's exciting and scary all at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because, if you pick up the wrong one and you end up going in a direction that a different one agreed with. Yep. Oh, my.
Oh, my God.
Boy.
How do you know which one is? Do you have to put a special bracelet on them?
I was going to say, did you mark them early on?
Are they branded? Come here, boy.
Put a bracelet or something on them. So that you can tell which one you're picking up. Like, you picked up my
Mom, did you brand these children?
What if you pick up the wrong one and then that would be awesome.
I can't imagine they dressed the same all the time or like had the same haircuts. I mean, they did. I know some twins are into that or multiples. They tried once or twice. Oh no.
They try once or twice. Oh my goodness.
And of course they like people that have quadruplets or they always name them like similar, like this is Jim, this is Joe, this is Jeff, and this is Joan. I'm like, why not just completely different names that aren't starting with the same letter of the alphabet? I don't know.
And it's always twins. J's too, Mike.
Yeah.
It is J's. Always a gentleman, as we know you would be, Wahoo.
Yep. I knew a group that was John, Joey, and Joshua, and it was like,
oh wow,
yeah.
When I was in college, I dated this girl for a couple of years, and her name was Jennifer, not the Jennifer I ended up marrying. It was a different Jennifer, but she was one of 7 children, and they all started with J.
Wow. I think just because there's so many J names.
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess it's better than George Foreman, though, who all of his children are George.
That's true.
So, I mean, hey, by the way, welcome to Sidebar, everybody.
Well, hi, everyone.
Hi.
Just stopping,
They were already kicking it off.
For the sake of tradition, this is the episode. This is the episode where the chat decides what we talk about, and in this case it's identical twins. We're not necessarily locked into law tube and legal stuff. It's kind of wherever you guys want to take it, or if you don't, then you never know. Somebody else might come up with something scary to talk about, and
nearly make Michael throw up in the pre-show.
Maybe.
It wasn't that. It was just like, ooh. I mean, Lindsay, don't do that. Like, it just sounded off. Like you just got sensation back recently from something that happened years ago.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
My uncle actually took. Speaking of nerve damage, he put a knife through his hand.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
so that happened, and he got nerve damage too. And
I
this is
did a
recent.
similar thing.
Really?
Yeah, I put right here through the web right here.
Yeah.
I put a screwdriver through it.
Oh no!
And it went a good inch and a half in. But here was the weird thing: I never felt a thing. It went in. It was while I was working. This was years ago. I forget what I was working on. I was fixing something, and it just slipped and went through. But I looked at it, and I was like, "This is weird." And I didn't pull it out right away because I'm like, this should hurt, and it doesn't hurt. And I pulled it out, and it still never hurt until I obviously threw some stuff on it to disinfect it. Then it started to burn, but it healed up perfect, and I never had an issue with it. I missed every nerve. It was the weirdest thing ever.
That's that you're really lucky because I think
Get the injury lottery.
he got I think it was a box cutter that. Yeah, it was bad. And he still can't feel stuff in his hand. But anyway, enough of that.
The only crazy thing that ever happened to me like that, I mean, and again, blind guys, we normally, have a lot of injuries, but for whatever reason, I've escaped most major injuries like that, at least. Yeah, I've broken a bone. But I mean, certainly my shins have had so many injuries over the years that I think they're immune to most pain at this point. But one day, really bad storm was coming in, and my buddy Johnny and we were over at the convenience store. We were getting some snacks and stuff, and this storm's coming. We're like, well, we better run home. And of course, running home, I stepped on a nail, and it went right through the bottom of my shoe. And just right on into my foot. And I felt something sting me. I was like, oh, I think there's a rock in my shoe. And I looked, there's a big nail sticking.
That happened to me when I was younger. I had a piece of board, fencing that fell down, and the nail was sticking up. And I stepped on it. Yes.
And just like Dan, I was like, boy, this really should hurt. It was just a minor sting, and I'm bleeding and stuff, but it's it didn't really hurt that bad. It was just kind of a minor, and then it burns when you wash it, but then after that I was like, oh, well, this isn't so bad. Luckily it had tetanus shots, so I was good on that front, but yikes. I will say I don't recommend it though. It's not something that's
when that happened to me, I freaked out because as a kid and you see a nail go in your foot, you're like, what do I do?
It's like that moment that scene in Home Alone where they do it in slow-mo. Yep. But onto the
I'm thinking Stewie with the glass in his head.
I've been hit by a car. And that was,
any serious injuries. I've been hit by a car.
I didn't break any bones, Lindsay. I got hit. The car was going 30 miles an hour. And I got knocked about 40 feet down the road. I don't remember much of it. I just know that it happened, but I don't remember a whole lot of it, even to this day. This was 27 years ago. And I had 17 staples in my arm. I don't know if you can really see, but I've got a big scar right here. This is where I had staples.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I had four stitches above my eye right here, but I didn't break any bones. So there is that. So, and I will say that is not even the most painful thing. I went to the dentist yesterday for a cleaning. That was way worse than getting hit by a car. It was way worse. I mean, I don't, again, I'm not saying you should do it. I don't recommend. It's not a great day to spend a Thursday, but yeah. But yeah, that's probably the worst thing, I guess, technically that's happened to me is the car. And then the police officer that told me that he could write me a citation, but he thinks that I've learned my lesson.
How kind of him.
I know.
So nice.
Yep. That was fantastic. I really appreciated that.
Yeah, especially in a job like policing, if you can't just find human kindness within you, you should not have that job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree.
Just basic human kindness. You know what? It's already your shittiest day. So, back off a little bit.
Right.
Yep.
But maybe that's just me. Oh, and to answer Nancy's questions, we never really did answer it.
I had it in my brain.
No.
Did we ever say what the question was if anyone didn't see it?
Yeah, she wanted to know if identical twins had identical fingerprints, and the answer is no.
They do not.
They do not.
Nor do they have the same dental records, nor do they have the same DNA. I Googled further.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yes.
They don't have the same DNA. Seriously?
They start life with nearly the same DNA, but they are not 100% identical.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So like the base stuff is the same.
Yeah. So their DNA changes over time, early mutations, and then different gene expressions. Yeah.
I didn't know that. I should have learned that in biology, and I didn't. I am disappointed. Anyway.
Did I ever tell you guys that I am actually a triplet?
What?
I am. True story. However, the other two dissolved before the 9 months was up. So I killed my siblings, I guess.
Dan
absorbed. I've heard of that happening. Like
it does happen.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
I'm guessing maybe I did the same thing because I was like a 10-pound baby, so I don't know.
Yeah,
Lone wolf, you ate your siblings. Yeah. Maybe. They just disappeared.
They took he took all their nutrients, so technically, yes.
Me strong, survive.
Hulk smash.
Does that mean you automatically get 3 lives?
You know what? It's possible.
Very interesting.
For the various things I've dodged over my life and walked away from unharmed, yeah, probably.
Yeah,
probably.
Interesting. Well, maybe, and to be fair, maybe the other two would be very. If they did survive, they would have issues. Like they'll be weaker or something like that, and Mother Nature just went ahead and took care of it.
Or as Tot said, or you were all God knew that Mama Joan could handle.
Well, and then there's
multiple ways to think about this.
Maybe.
Imagine 3 of them.
3 Dans.
I could not imagine 3 Dans.
Well, if we're going to walk down this path, then conceivably God eliminated the 2 that were worse. So can you only imagine, based upon me, just how difficult the other 2 would have been?
There's evil Dan, there's good Dan, and then there's just
Dan.
Holy shit.
And then Dan. Yeah.
God said, let there be Dan.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Not seeing any other questions in the chat.
Todd had a question, but I think it got answered, and it was what happened to Hoarder Man. So she missed that memo.
Can I drop the me courts in the chat? And
yeah, you can put it in the chat.
There you go.
Our read on it, Todd, is that he got 90 days.
Yep.
And I think he probably, I don't know if he got, I don't know if this was the triggering point, but based upon what happened, he must have gotten mad, or he must have not wanted to show that right after it was done, he immediately deleted that stream and everything else on his channel. It just nuked it. So
yeah,
I don't know if
catch it because we were like 10 minutes in the Wayback Machine.
And I don't know if that was because of Hoarder Man or maybe it was something else, because we've seen Judge McNally completely lose his cool before and delete his stream.
I think it was.
And
I further looked today, and I did notice one detail that I'm not 100% sure of, and I think he might be trying to help Hoarder Man, because normally when he's taking people in, it tells you right away where they're at, like which jail facility, and it says jail. Basically, it says to be determined. The sheriff's going to determine the best place for him. So I don't know if that means he's solitary or
jail location
noticed
TBD
that
by police department.
Yep,
Minimum
that's
term
what I was
90
trying
days.
to say.
Oh, that's kind of unusual for me courts.
Yeah.
Mystery.
So I'm wondering if he's going to be in a unit for seniors or
I would. Yeah, it might be
solitary confinement.
Yeah, maybe he's putting him somewhere that he's being well taken care of.
Or a hospital.
I
don't know
really-
if Michigan has state hospitals.
I know where they're going to put him. They're going to put him in a Japanese prison where everything is required to be in perfect order all the time.
You don't want Japanese prison, though.
And that will teach him. That's what's going to happen.
Japanese.
Yeah.
put him in OCD prison.
Right? Your
No
fan
comment.
is 1 millimeter off. Fix it.
I know a little bit about that, and that's scary. That's a scary place.
It would be like the perfect punishment, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
A bit of reformation.
again, Hoarder Man is one of those things. The more this has gone on, the more the saga has gone on, I really feel bad for the guy.
I do too.
And it's some more questions I have too.
I guess I think it's kind of like I'm sort of almost just at the leave the guy alone stage. If the town has such a problem with it, and if the neighbors and everybody has such a problem,
Take it in their own hands.
go to his friggin' house and clean it then. Just take all of his crap and just get rid of it.
He won't be there for the next 90 days. So.
Yeah. I mean, if suddenly he came out and all of his crap was, what's he going to do? Is he going to throw a fit? I doubt it.
Deteriorate more.
He'll start
And that's the
gathering
other
more.
thing.
But
Yeah,
Putting
more
him in
stuff,
prison for 90 days, like, all that's going to do is ensure that everything is worse when he comes out than when he went in there. This is one of those things where putting somebody in jail does not fix the problem. In fact, it only exacerbates the problem. This has been a problem that has gone on with this guy for 25 years. Those of you that don't know what we're talking about for whatever reason, Hoarder Man has been a long, long saga in Judge McNally's court. Woodhaven, this guy has, accumulated quite a stash of stuff on his property. Now, we've looked at it through the years, and it's kind of been in various stages of, stuff just accumulated. But what's weird is, I've got at Studio A, over at Studio A, my house over in Arcade, there's somebody that lives about 4 houses down from me. They're hoarders. Clearly they're hoarders. And I think their property is worse than Hoarder Man from a standpoint of, it doesn't have a boat and stuff, but
Right.
they've accumulated a lot more stuff, I think, relative to the property size than he has. The only difference is he has a larger, section of property, but
Maybe the township's lazy.
well, and that's the thing
different
is
township ordinances too.
I know,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying, like, you would think they would have a contingency plan, though.
the guy is 78 years old. What are the odds that he's going to be able to get out there and bust his ass and get everything out of there? It's not
Really
going to
good
happen.
because he hasn't.
So he's going to spend the rest of his life in and out of county jail. Like, I'm sorry, but I just don't think that justice is served by putting a 78-year-old man in jail because he can't get his house together because his kids, for whatever reason, don't want to help him or aren't interested or whatever. And that's another sad part to this story. And that's why the longer it's gone on, the more I feel bad for him.
Can Judge McNally order the township to clean it up and charge him for it?
No.
He can't order the township, no.
Okay.
He can't place an order
it.
on somebody who isn't in front of him as like a named defendant in a case.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense, actually.
I mean, he could suggest it. He could, he could try to get them to hammer out an agreement. There's lots of things he could do, but the only thing, really the only thing he can enforce is what's against the defendant, and he can only enforce, to a point where, hey, clean it up, go to jail, pay a fine, whatever.
Yeah.
We asked this question on a Hoarder Man episode of Sidebar, and I still have the question, and we don't have it answered. But I'm still curious as to what his familial background is, because there is, and Lindsay, I think you agreed with me when we were talking about this, there are bloodlines, depending on where you come from, that this desire to, it's not even always hoarding. It's more of a, I'm going to be stocked and ready to go mentality because of what the ancestors went through. This is especially true with like people from the old Eastern Bloc in Europe post World War II.
Or in the lead up to it even.
Beth still tells me stories of how her grandmothers would not throw away aluminum foil. They would wash it.
Right.
And save it.
Yep.
And, literally stashing money away in the walls of the home. If there's any possible use for something, it does not get thrown away. And it's because for generations, so many people around the world had nothing.
Right.
And they couldn't afford to get rid of their stuff. And, I swear some of that is just passed along in the genes. I really think that.
They had nothing. They came here and then had nothing. Lost everything in the moving. As Wahoo pointed out, some folks that just lived through the Depression. Yep. Sorry, Lone Wolf pointed out folks that lived through the Depression. We kind of had that trifecta happen in my family, where you had Eastern European immigrants who arrived in the U.S. just around the time before the Depression, and
even in my Indian background, people still has some tendencies even today. I think because it long back when, and I think it's just come down that line. And it's just
and it's been proven too that it is a trauma response. You surround yourself with things, and that makes fill some kind of void or satisfy some kind of need. It triggers the right triggers in the brain and just like helps. It's a bad one, but in some cases a coping mechanism.
Right.
Yeah.
It makes sense though.
Yeah.
It does.
You're surviving. You're kind of, your mindset's in survival mode, and you're trying to plan for the worst, even though the worst isn't going to come.
And if Hoarder Man was 30 years old, I would have a different take on this, but I'm sorry. Just a 78-year-old man, and you're just throwing him in jail. And I know Judge McNally is probably not happy about it, and I think he probably feels like this is the only thing he can do.
Yeah.
But
he's probably under pressure.
Oh, I'm sure he's under a tremendous amount of pressure.
Can do.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, other than just fine the guy, but that's not going to help either. You're going to fine an old man?
He's
there were fines on there too.
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe fine him. All right. This is going to cost you one boat. Do you have a boat that you can pay?
He did have a boat.
That would be a creative way to do it.
Yes. I mean, I don't know. There's got to be a better way to all of this. Like I'm bringing this up every time. When I guest hosted, we had a similar. There was a similar case from Judge Middleton.
Yeah.
Similar hoarding type situation, but the township worked. Well, I'll say worked with, which is a little bit of a stretch, but basically said, all right, well, we're going to clean it up, and then we're going to just charge the homeowner, the property owner.
Yeah.
And if they don't pay, we'll put a lien on the property, but at least it'll get cleaned up. And that was the resolution. And I mean, to me, that's the best way to handle this. And especially for a guy like Mr. Boyd here.
Yeah.
I think that's the most reasonable way to do it. But,
So
Yeah,
I'm on the, sorry, go ahead, Austin.
I see $320 worth of fines. Plus, he already had to post $500 bail,
I'm
which
I'm surprised
I
it's
brought
not more
it
than
to
that.
$865.
So I'm on the not that this is a good primary source, but what is these days? I'm on the Wikipedia page for the TV series of Hoarders, and it has a section in its overview that says, with the release of the DSM-5 in 2013, and the DSM is like a manual for diagnosing mental illness, hoarding was classified as a separate disorder. During the show, we're talking about the show, during the show's original run, and the show started in 2019, hoarding behaviors were considered symptoms of obsessive compulsive disorder. Hoarding does show links to obsessive and compulsive behaviors. However, it shows connections to major depressive disorder as well as attention deficit hyperactivity disorder.
Interesting.
So it's interesting because I feel like we see major depressive disorder and ADHD and a lot of the folks we see coming through in other cases.
Interesting.
So it's interesting that it can apply here as well.
Well,
I didn't know that,
Just
actually.
described 3/4 of the population right now.
Yeah.
Right.
It's on how it manifests.
Yeah.
But Todd in the channels was just talking about how she had to they encountered somebody like that, and they just cleaned up their house, and and sometimes it's one of those things that takes a village, or it just if a community really feels strongly about something, well then go out there with a shovel, or go out there with a rake, or go out there and put a little elbow grease on and help clean it up yourself. I mean, I don't know. I'm
That's
guessing.
Too easy, Mike.
I mean, I think maybe it's also a little too pie in the sky and too Pollyanna and too utopian on my part to think like that. Yep. That's just not how the world works. We'd rather bitch about it rather than just get out there and get our hands a little dirty and do it. And then, but here's the thing: once it's all done, won't you feel a lot better? I mean, and everybody wins that way. Everybody, and you could build a sense of community if people came out and said, hey, all right, we're going to go over to Mr. Boyd's house, we're going to clean up. And, people could start talking, and who knows, maybe he has some junk that isn't junk and that maybe somebody wants or and that he's not using, obviously.
Right.
I don't know. There's lots of ways, and again, I guess I'm just being too optimistic here, but I don't know. I just think that would be a wonderful resolution that could make everybody happy.
Yeah.
And
Or
if I
even
remember,
go ahead, Austin. Sorry.
wasn't there an offer early on this year? For the community to come do that.
There was
Like,
There was an
had-
offer, but I think he had to make they didn't
He
say,
had to
hey,
make
we're gonna
the
come
call.
do it. It's like they'll help you, but you have to. And I think it was like giving him the agency to saying, yes, come help me, rather than saying they're gonna come take care of it. Because that's a huge piece of what's going on up here.
Right.
Well, here's an angle we haven't thought of. He has no contact with his children. He has no wife. He has nobody. I think all he has is what he has.
He has his stuff.
That's his stuff.
I think it might
Yeah.
just be that simple. You're asking me to get rid of the
only
last
thing I have
that
in the world.
Yeah.
And he's probably he's probably suffering from depression too. I want to bet
Depressive
you.
disorder.
Yeah.
He seems like it.
Yeah.
When I look at
really
at
does.
him, he does look like it. To me, anyway. I'm not a mental professional, you guys, but yeah, just by his actions and by how he conducts himself, how he moves. I know he's older person, but still, just the way his attitude, he looks like he's depressed. Which is
Hoarders did come back in 2014 for one more season.
Oh,
sorry, 2024.
Oh.
But they're now that we are slightly more sensitive as a society, I think they have to tread a little differently than they had in the past.
Yeah.
Then how do the 1,500-pound people still happen on television? Before that,
oh my gosh!
They
oh my
paid.
gosh! Yeah, don't go there. That's such a
this is actually getting squicked out. No, those folks
is
get
such a hot topic right now.
Yeah, they get a big check from not a big check, but enough of a check from TLC.
Yes.
Yeah, do you remember when you actually learned things on the Learning Channel?
I don't think I'm old enough for that. I think
I remember.
I always remember it. Like
I remember it was back in 1987. No,
I didn't know it was a learning channel. Actually, I thought it meant Tender Love and Care or something.
Well,
when I was
actually,
younger.
Right?
I think it actually did at one point have a branding with that. At one point,
I remember when they actively called it the Learning Channel, but I think by that point they were already making the shift toward spectacle TV.
Yeah, I was young
they were
at
just
that
learning
point.
how to make money.
Yeah.
Yep.
I maintain that TLC is probably the biggest reason why we'll never have true immigration reform in the U.S. Because if we didn't have the whole 90-day fiance visa, they would lose half their franchises.
I think why I thought it was abbreviated that way is because all I saw when I was younger were babies. I think they showed baby shows and stuff. So I thought it was like baby related, but no, I was totally wrong.
Yeah.
Well, that was like. I'm sorry, Dan. I was just gonna say A&E. You know, you actually used to have a lot of documentaries and things on it, and like a lot of different channels were actually quite a bit different when I was growing up than they are today.
True.
Yep.
True.
Well, it's all junk because it gets people's attention and it's cheap to produce. Lone Wolf just said there's nothing real about any reality TV show, and it's so true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all faked, every single one of them.
Yep.
At least to an extent. I mean, like the what was the name escapes me? The one where they were buying storage lockers.
Storage Wars.
Storage Wars.
Storage Wars.
Yes.
Like they were seeding lockers there so people would find stuff.
Yes.
Survivor, they would refilm scenes
What was the
to get the outcome
antique?
they wanted.
Who were the antique people on the History Channel? Because
American
they
Pickers.
also, yes, that one. They also stage things as well.
Yep. And it's the death of media in a lot of ways. You wonder why people run to YouTube. You wonder why they like channels like this where there's actual human beings talking and figuring things out. It's because it's real.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's exactly what it is.
So much of what we get is just garbage, and now we've got AI building the garbage too.
Right.
And that's a funny thing for me because I am not anti-AI at all. I use it a ton in our various businesses, but it does not do the creative.
Yeah.
No.
Ever.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it to assist me too. Through my work, but I am the one that always, I'm always on the front lines. So.
Of course. Pretty soon, Dan, thanks to AI, we're going to be just nothing but data centers. I mean, it's just,
right.
It'll be just the United States of data centers.
Well, what's going to happen when the AI takes over is it's going to run the whole paperclip problem thing, and it's going to figure out that our atoms could be better used as an NVIDIA chip, and it's going to start turning us into NVIDIA chips.
We even had somebody today. We had somebody today on TCF that had that was a builder for the data set, like built data centers.
Yeah.
I must have missed that one.
Interesting.
Should have locked him up.
Yes, I know, right? like, wow, get that out of here.
And I
Yeah, if you want to have
sentence you.
fun sometime, Google data centers near me.
Oh no.
Okay.
I already know the closest one near me, and I don't want to go over there.
They're building one just south. So we had a bunch of farmland not far from here. There was a big farm, and they had sold it for, I think, like half a $500 million or some ridiculous amount of money. So they're building like some shopping center. They're building like a Fry's marketplace. Like the Kroger's building one of their fancier versions of their grocery store. But right next to that is a big data center. And it's not as big as some of the other ones, but it's still a sizable data center. And Michelle innocently posted on the Nextdoor app about it, just, made a comment about it. And her post blew up. Like the whole neighborhood's like, what there's a data center going in. Everybody was like melting. Nobody told us about this. Got like 500 responses and the whole, just as this innocent comment. Oh yeah, and there's a data center going up next to the Fry's Market. What?
Like an HOA.
Everybody wants to go viral these days, but I don't think you want to do it on Nextdoor.
No, because
because
the neighborhood is ready to get pitchforks going. The only other thing I've seen that people having more of a backlash about are some of these AI police cameras, which is like a new trend on
cameras.
The flock cameras on TikTok now. There's like all these streams devoted to people taking down flock cameras, either by just forcibly, like literally ripping them down, shooting them down. Some people like throw cheese on.
Wait, what's the reason?
Well, I was going to ask Michael, have you done any like looking into these flock cameras? Because there's reason.
Oh, I understand the backlash. Again, just like the data centers, I understand why people are upset, because these flock cameras, they're like license plate readers.
Yeah.
They are, they're who knows all the uses they have, but obviously they can supposedly even look into if your car goes by, if there's like Bluetooth devices on, it can scan that. It starts to put together a whole map of where you're going. And of course they claim, the police claim, oh no, that's not happening, but I don't know, because one of the, where was it that is like the flock camera capital, or not the capital, but they have, but
they're based in Georgia.
Yeah, but there was like in Texas, it was like Abilene or Lubbock, where the police have used these a lot. And I just saw a news story about it. Like I've been, the last few days I went down the rabbit hole on these things, and it is crazy.
Really?
Yeah, so that's why there's this, I know nothing about TikTok. Michelle's like, you need to get on TikTok and start posting your weather over there, and expanding the brand. And I'm like, well, maybe, but then so I start looking into TikTok, and then I see that this is a trend on TikTok now, is people taking down these flock. And again, I want to make it very clear, I don't encourage this behavior. Because it is illegal to destroy other people's property or government property. So I am not telling you to do that or engage in that activity whatsoever, nor do I condone it. That said, there's a lot of these. I mean, I had no idea how many of these streams there are where people are doing this stuff.
Yeah. Well, and for good reason. The company themselves is like super secretive.
Yeah,
they're operating out of unmarked buildings, and they keep moving around to try to stay out of the eye of the public. The cameras themselves are overly hackable.
Yes,
like you can Google instructions online right now on how to hack them, and you'll find it.
Yeah,
so that's a problem. And police have been using them, and this is this is anecdotal. It's not like every police officer, but there have been multiple cases around the United States where they've used them to stalk people.
Yeah.
One case I watched was this officer who was stalking his ex-wife.
There's
And
another
tracking your
one
every movement.
I've heard of
There's
that
another
story.
one where an officer was running security for some TV show or something, and he sees somebody that he likes on this set, and he starts hitting on her and stuff, and it's all creepy because guys are creepy. And he just decides that, and so she's like trying to let him down. And I don't know, sometimes women are just not as direct as they need to be and just say, dude, get away, you're a friggin' creep. But anyway, he's like, but I'm a police officer, man. Anyway, so he winds up pulling her over, and it just starts a conversation with her. And the reason he knew where she was is because he went into that system and looked up where she was and went like sped down to where she was and pulled her ass over. And obviously a misuse of the system. And then, now it led to him getting investigated and, ultimately disciplined for that. But still, the fact that, police officers, anybody's able to do that is just frightening, I think.
Yep.
And anybody can do it because again, they're overly hackable. And the ones that have been hacked into and had the data dumped, it's not just license plates that they're collecting.
Right. Supposedly they have
Faces and
infrared on them.
else.
That's how they got leaked.
Yeah. And I guess, they have like infrared and so a lot of people, what happens is they don't want to get detected. So they wear masks and stuff, but that's not necessarily as great a cover to throw off the AI as you might think it is, particularly if they have infrared. So
interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't know this was such a big thing. I did hear.
I didn't know until a few days ago.
Police officers. Yeah, I've heard of that story.
I saw the story about the police officer.
Yeah, I didn't
saw
know
that,
the whole
but
camera thing was a thing.
But I just thought it was based on like license plate reading, which I knew has been going on for a while. That's been a thing, but this is way beyond that. This is, and again, I know people are going to be like, conspiracy. What next? You're going to go into Alex Jones, Mike? They're turning the frogs gay. It's it's not. It's not. This isn't Alex Jones Prison Planet Infowars garbage. This is actual like real stuff that's going on.
Interesting.
It's not a conspiracy if it's actually happening.
No,
it's actually
there's
happening.
Yeah,
I mean, there is a conspiracy somehow. I mean, there's definitely things being used improperly. But it's
like
wild.
everything else.
Yeah.
I think we can make the argument that everything is being used improperly of some sort. This would be no different.
Half of it we volunteer for. Anybody who's got an Alexa in their home.
Yeah.
Anybody who's got a Ring camera that they've signed up to be part of the neighborhood watch or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
So the police can just grab onto it whenever they want.
Yeah.
So we don't have a Ring camera. We have a camera, but it's a different brand. And I would say probably once every 6 weeks, I have a Minneapolis police officer at my door asking for my camera footage. I've never actually had the footage that they were or what they're hoping to see, but I've had to pull up the app and show them like, nope, there's nothing from that time. So
my town, you can actually register your camera with the police department, and they can actually do the search from the police department.
Yes. Yeah.
But I did drop in the chat. We have one on our front door, one kind of mounted in our backyard, and one in our garage. And someone stole the one off our garage the other night.
What?
Stole the camera.
Yeah.
That's outstanding.
Oh my God.
Yep. Yeah. We got the footage up until the point where he ripped the camera off the mount, and he was kind of snooping around. Our neighbor has a food truck that he parks next to our driveway, so he snoop around the truck, snoop around our gate, and the camera like zooms in to look at you, and he scowls up on it. He comes look at something other on our fence, scowls back up on it, and then the footage cuts off. So cute.
We've got those. We got one of those cameras mounted up high outside, and then we have like a doorbell camera, and we got multiple cameras around here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Especially
I don't know.
Yeah. And I like them for like when I'm home alone by myself and like someone rings the doorbell, I can peek like from like where I'm sitting before I commit to am I actually home.
I mean, I've got a camera downstairs. I can just check on the dogs. Yeah. So, I've got that too. But
that too. Yeah, we had one of those for when Nico was little. Yeah.
So, but I'm curious because I just want to. I know Lindsay, you talked about having questions. And I was just curious what those.
So this would be a
the Lindsay
complete like left
questions.
turn from like what we've been talking about because mine were kind of like feel good, lighthearted, almost like corporate icebreaker. Kind of
Maybe
things. And we're
we
talking
need
about,
those.
Like, we're getting this whole conspiracy of watching you at your cameras and people are stealing.
We can take a hard left.
Okay. Well, as we're wrapping up the show, I was curious of my panelists and people in the chat as well. Please feel free to chime in. I was curious what is one thing that you all enjoy doing that you are we are absolutely not good at? Because I feel like when we talk about hobbies, we talk about being good at things. What's a hobby of yours that you, no matter how hard you try what you do, you're just not good at it?
Yes.
Guitar, music?
Yep.
Mine's singing. I can't carry a tune in a bucket, but when I'm home alone, it's on. It's a full-on opera in here.
Well, for me, it would be coding. I had to code in my off time. And I like doing it, but I'm really bad at it because it never works out the way I want it to. So there's that.
I think that's just coding in general, Ashley.
Yeah, it's really trial and error.
There's multiple trials at it, yeah.
Yeah, but
Dan
you
may
know
be able to
me,
speak a bit to that.
I like everything to be perfect and stuff. It's just not for me.
Gentlemen.
Oh, go ahead, Austin.
Go ahead, because I'm still not sure.
I broke Austin. I'm sorry.
I don't.
Nope,
Yeah,
no.
I don't know. This is weird, but I guess there's not a lot of stuff that I like to do that I'm not very good at because I give up on stuff. So, but I will say I have tried. See, I've played piano, keyboard. I have like 10 keyboards. So I've played for over 30 something years. Mm-hmm. But I have tried many different times to pick up guitar and learn it. And people are like, Mike, you have those guitar playing hands. You should be amazing at it. And I try and I just suck at it. I really do. In fact, it's the only instrument I've ever been good at playing is the piano. I've tried, the clarinet. Michelle plays the clarinet. My mom plays the clarinet.
Oh.
Ashley plays the clarinet.
Austin.
It sounds like a wounded duck.
Austin
Austin. Everybody here plays the clarinet. I can't even make it sound like a dying cow on the side of the road.
Are you as bad as Squidward?
It's awful.
Are you bad as Squidward? No.
Half the time I can't even make it make a sound, Ashley. I mean, that's how bad I am at it. I'm just, I was passable at the flute, but yeah, clarinet, guitar, I've tried all that. It's like the piano is like the one thing where I'm like, I got this, but nothing else, even though I've tried.
He would be a good Blue Man Group person shaking me hand. I never pictured that, but now I can.
I can see it now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mine would probably be more detailed drawings. Like I can do stick figures and like blocks and stuff like that, but anything with detailed lines, it's like no.
I also like drawing, but I'm really bad at it too. Yes, drawing.
Okay.
I'll lock in my answer with that.
Like when I did schoolwork, the drawing classes and stuff.
Ashley is locking in with drawing.
Yes. Especially people. I am good at the abstract, but not good at people faces. And I wish I was, but I don't have the eye for it.
I don't know. I want to believe that there's hope, though, for the things that we're just not good at, that someday we'll round the corner.
Yeah.
I'm actually hopeful for me, just to go back to the guitar situation. So, you know, I'd been
This was
for-
all bait to get Dan to get the guitar out.
Oh no. And I'm not playing, so don't even
You play
try.
Hotel California, Dan. No.
Not gonna happen.
Free bird.
But no, so I mean,
Free bird.
I was just gonna say free bird.
so I'd been learning trying to hold the guitar like this, and I've got like these ridiculously large hands, and I'm like muting strings like crazy because I can't get my finger placement right because my hands are just so big.
That's
And I
me,
came
too.
across this guy
Mm.
who actually specializes in teaching older people how to play a guitar. So I'm like, all right, I'm an older guy. Let's try to figure this out. Go like this. And all of a sudden, the finger placement works.
Mm.
So I'm still
So what you're
trying-
saying is you should really play stand-up bass rather than.
maybe. But
Oh,
that
yeah.
was one of the things that he had talked about for like people that have a hard time with meeting strings and stuff. He's just like, just change the angle of it. And I've started trying to figure that out now, and I feel like I'm finally making progress. And I still like suck monkey balls, but the monkey balls are smaller, so
Fair
I'm
enough.
getting there.
Fair enough. Well, I think for me,
I
it's
thought
like
you-
it's not necessarily finding enjoyment in the excelling and the talent part of it. It's just like, hey, this is something I really have fun doing, and it doesn't matter that I'm terrible at it because it's between me and whatever unfortunate neighbor happens to be home and my dogs. So
I
you
thought
know,
of another one. I thought gardening. I like doing it, but I'm
Yeah.
really terrible at it. I don't have a green thumb either.
Yeah, I can't keep a plant alive either.
Nope. Nope. Mm-mm.
But I
That's
thought
why I have
Dan-
an electric. That's why I have a like a plant on my desktop that grows, and that's the closest thing I can get to.
like a virtual plant.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna say lay it on
plant.
your lap and play it like flat.
Any plant. I'm bad.
She's got an AI plant.
Yes.
Chill Dragon just took the bar exam watching to help me
wow.
relax.
Oh, I hope he.
Oh
Good.
man.
Yeah.
Hope that
Yes,
went
hope
well.
you pass.
Just for you.
Yes.
I
We'll actually
think
have someone who knows what they're talking about hanging out here.
I know.
Yeah.
Austin knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, no, Austin.
I know. I'm teasing.
Austin hasn't passed the bar exam though
Yeah.
No.
yet.
Well, we don't know that Chill Dragon has either. Although we're
How
hopeful.
how
We're
how long
hopeful.
do you have to wait?
I think it's like 6 months, isn't it? Or
Six
it's
months.
it's something like that.
Wait.
Yeah,
To
it
find
is a long
out?
wait. Yes,
To fi-
Yeah.
it's anywhere from 3 to 6 months usually.
It's not even forever. It's like 5 ever that you have to wait. It's
Yeah.
so long.
That's ridiculous. That needs
Yep.
to be expedited. What in the world?
I couldn't imagine. Like
It-
waiting for
it's-
my certification exam results to come back when I got my teaching license. That was only about a month, and I was like
Yep.
wincing every time I checked the mail.
The
I would
CPA exam
almost-
you get right away.
I would almost want to take it like the next month and the next month after that, just to bank a few in case
Yeah.
in
It's-
case you
it's
fail the
expensive.
first
I
time,
think
and then
they
you're not
only
like
like
6
give
months
it like
behind.
so many
Yeah.
times a year.
I
And I
think
think
they
it's
only do it
expensive,
twice a
too.
year in some
Yeah.
well in some places.
Yeah.
I was joking, but it would
Yeah,
it would
I know
make
what you're-
sense if
Yeah.
you could.
I had
It
to
would.
be that person.
It would. Yeah. Then you'd
Like
be like,
like the
okay, you can
SAT
forget
or
about the other
ACT.
ones.
You take it many times and you super score your score.
I have a
that
funny
thing.
story about the ACT.
Okay. Go
So
ahead.
I took it when I was a junior in high school, and I knew how it worked and how everything played out. And my family intercepted the letter with my results before I had a chance to come home. And my mom's like, "I'm really disappointed in you, Lindsay. I think you could have done better than this. You only got a 29 out of 100." Mom, that's 29 out of 35, and it's like on a curve. Or
Yeah.
36. Like, yeah. She thought it was 29 out of 100. She thought I typed
Oh, gotcha. No,
it.
I
29.
I will be brutally honest. I didn't do good on it. I am
Yeah.
bad at standardized testing. Yes.
See, I'm really good at it. I don't know what it is.
I'm generally not good at testing, but the SAT, I always tell people I
Maybe
lucked out. I
changed
just
the
guessed
testing.
on a lot, and I got 1480 on my SAT,
Nice.
but I guessed on a bunch of people are like, man, Mike, you're really smart. No, this is the one test of all the tests I've ever I've taken 2 tests in my life where I really just guessed a lot and did very well. I had a final exam in college once where I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Yeah. And it was just multiple choice and true false. And I got every question right.
Nice.
And the SAT was the other one where I was just like, well, I still have the results somewhere. And I still look at it and I go, nah, man, this is like, come on. I mean, my mom was an English major. The English part wasn't so bad.
Okay.
The math, though, as Freya tries to destroy the studio, the math, though,
no monitor, Freya.
Wasn't so well. Yeah, was not my strength. I don't think. But
the reading comprehension was always mine.
But now, Lindsay, if I take it, I always wonder if I take it today. I wonder how I'll do because
I bombed so hard.
Yeah, because I'm now pretty good at taking tests, and I've gotten over that test anxiety. Yeah. So if I went back and took it as today, I wonder how I would do. But I don't, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't want to do it again. I was much more locked in on the academic world back then. I think because you're still kind of in that teaching school world.
I wouldn't pay the money for it though. No,
I would do horrible. I've got 50 some years of life experience now. I would be judging every question.
Yeah,
I would overthink it 100%.
Yeah. I overthought it back then, but now I'm more pretty confident.
Yeah. I just remember like when I was going through school, I was one of those kids, like I was smart and like I got shoehorned into the honors track. But there were definitely places where I had no business being in the honors track. And one of those was definitely the math and science end of it. And none of my teachers ever really believed me that like, yeah, you're smart. You can handle this. I'm like, I can handle this, just not at this pace.
Right.
So when I got my ACT scores back, my math and English scores, my English and reading scores, what's like English and reading or reading and writing? Anyway, the literary ones, I got a 35 in reading and a 32 in writing. I got a 24 in science and a 25 in math. Like I'm an average math student.
It's so weird because here I am, meteorology.
Yeah.
There's a lot of math. But what I did fine in like applied math, like not some math theory or some stupid trig, but like physics. I was always fine with physics.
Yeah.
I was always fine with just numbers, and equations. But and science itself, I was always great because I loved science. But just stupid things like
things I'm bad at but enjoy. Science, it fascinates me. But just like my brain doesn't spin it as fast as I can, tear through a book and pick out.
That happened to me in chemistry, and that's why that's part of the reason why I
through chemistry kicking and screaming.
I went from
I love baking, just chemistry.
Pre-pharmacy major to a business major because of it. So,
wow.
Yeah, Beth was pre-med and got out of it and went down the business road because of the same things.
Yeah,
it just
can't do it.
And she's good at science and she likes the stuff, but she just
can't handle it.
It was too much.
Yeah, especially organic chemistry. Organic chemistry killed me.
I like my physics on a curling sheet.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. You should really love physics.
Yeah. I enjoyed physics class. I had no business being honored physics.
You're right. I loved physics.
My best friend carried me through that class. Like I wasn't copying her homework, but
geometry, I was just
heavily tutoring me.
Maybe Tot likes dead people, she says.
Yeah, and Tot's into Tot has her dead people. Yep. See, we all have our things.
Yeah.
So we should wrap this up here in a moment, but before we do, so Chill Dragon, I don't know if we've seen you here before. If you have, you've been quiet. So welcome. Subscribe to us if you haven't already. And we have a morning show, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. Join us for that. It's a lot of fun over there. Great community. But since you showed yourself, I'm going to ask you to keep us updated on your bar exam results.
Yeah, really.
I'll be curious.
Kind of want to know now.
Yeah, for sure.
So you're not allowed to be one and done. You got to come back and see us.
Yeah, I'm dying to know. In about 6 months,
And
you'll
normally
find.
we do talk about court and court
Yeah.
adjacent, but you caught
Yes.
us on our freeform night.
Every at the last show of the month here on Sidebar, we just let the chat decide, or we just sort of wing it and just talk about whatever. It's not
Random
necessarily
stuff.
law tube related or legal related. But yeah, it's got sort of our fun sort of kickback version of the
And
show.
the only
Builds
one of us that
community.
has any law experience or any law experience at all is Austin. So
Yes.
just
Yep.
FYI. Everybody else comes from different backgrounds.
Yes.
And that's what makes it fun.
I was
Yeah.
just going
Better
to say
before.
that makes it work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bunch of different people coming together to talk about something, and
If we were all a
Taking
bunch
it
of
from
lawyers
different
sitting
angles
here,
yeah.
I like it too, Todd. I like the change of pace sometimes for sure.
yeah. No,
it's
it's
nice.
good to have a little bit of a change up. It's good to have more of a relaxed. Okay, because a lot of the cases we'll talk about here on Sidebar can get pretty heavy and get pretty dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That said a lot right there. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. That's right.
So,
Wahoo,
any
the
final
cops.
thoughts from anybody?
No.
I
No.
enjoy the only thought I have is I enjoy everybody's company and I enjoy the chat. And I enjoy seeing y'all chat every morning, even though if I can't chat at the moment, I still like watching your conversations. So thank you so much for chatting and being here on Sidebar. That's my only thought.
What a nice sentiment.
Yeah.
As I said, and thinking as we were kicking the chat off tonight, before we officially went live, it's like we're all nerds here on the Nerds Gummy Cluster.
Yeah.
That is TCF.
Oh,
Yeah, I
So-
like that. That's cool.
I was going to ask you, Lindsay. I'm going to put you on the spot. Is there a blotter for tomorrow? Because I've wanted to hear about what's going on in Leelanau County for like weeks
Until the
now.
pre-show is back, there will be no blotter.
Yeah, that's right. But I'm just wondering if there's going to be, because I have
When it is back, I've been saving some greatest hits because
the pre-show is coming back on Monday
The
for those of
county
you
has been
channel
fun.
members. And so I was just wondering if we're going to get caught up on Leelanau County.
Oh, we will. We will.
Good.
And Lindsay, it's up to you. Figure it out if you want to, but we could make room on Monday if you want to do a little bit to catch up. So think about it.
Mondays are tough because I have
Okay.
work
Meetings.
things, but maybe. Let me
Okay.
see how the next week
She
looks.
has life.
Either way. People in their lives. I tell you.
Yeah, damn it.
How many times have we discussed this? There's nothing more important than this channel right here.
Yes.
Well,
I
don't
know, but
disagree,
tell other
but,
people that.
And possibly my channel.
Like,
No, Michael.
no phone
said
calls
possibly.
during TCF.
Hey, I try to block my calendar. It just doesn't always work.
No.
Yeah.
You guys are the best. So, listen, we'll be back tomorrow morning,
Yes.
9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific for Super Friday. Do join us. I'm going to have an announcement probably in the third hour of tomorrow's show.
Ooh.
So do join us for that, because there's going to be something fun coming to the channel, and you should all know about it. But you got to
Big
show up or you
changes
won't
are
know.
coming.
I know it.
I'm
All right,
glad you
friends,
said
we're
that,
gonna
Lee.
Dan's
we're gonna
got
throw it over to
surprises.
to Lone Wolf. So hang
yeah.
tight here
Oh,
and
yeah.
go watch some
Our
of his
friend
stuff.
Lolo.
So bye, everybody. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good night, y'all.